You may be seated. Welcome, friends and family, to the class of 2021 graduation. We welcome each of you here tonight, this afternoon. This time I would like to introduce the senior class president, Ms. Caroline Hensley, for the class welcome.
Hello everybody. Even though it's not technically the morning, I cannot help but say this for one final time. Good morning, John Battle. It is my honor to welcome all of you all to the class of 2021's graduation ceremony. As the senior class president, it is my pleasure to speak with you today. I would like to especially welcome and thank our special guests from the Washington County School System. If you would please stand as your name is called. Hold all applause to the end, please. Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Jeff Noe. Director of Human Resources and Operations, Dr. Chad Wallace. School Board Member, Mr. Bill Brooks. And another school board member, Mr. Terry Fleener. Once again, thank you for all of your support. At this time, I would like to thank some of the most important people in my life personally. My grandparents always told me that if I wound up on the news or giving a notable speech, I had to thank the most important person in my life first. With that being said, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for the favor, the grace, and the blessing that has been abundantly poured into my life. Secondly, my family, for the love, the prayers, and the support. The Fab Five will always be my rock and my biggest blessing from Jesus. One day I pray to be as passionate and as determined as my mama, as wise and as funny as my dad, as gentle and thoughtful as my mama, and as faithful and as generous as my papa. Third, to the friends that became my family, for all the laughs, endured struggle, and memories that will last a lifetime. Of course, I have to give a special shout out to my best friend Rachel for loving me when I did not know how to love myself and supporting me in quite literally everything I've ever done. And last, but certainly not least, the teachers and staff of every Washington County school I have ever attended. Each and every one of you have invested into my life. Whether you taught me about a core subject or life in general, these lessons will be with me forever. Now that I've thanked almost everyone I've ever come in contact with, I'll start my brief speech, but I promise it will be brief. Over the past 12 to 13 years, these schools have become my life, and you all have become my family. I love you more than anything in the world. This is a bittersweet moment for me. As you all know me, I was never one to dream of being Hannah Montana, but rather I've dreamed of giving this speech since I was in the first grade. Dreaming of this speech for so long, you can imagine I've had plenty of time to write, revise, completely rewrite, hate the ideas I've had in the past. In the car, I've written some pretty good speeches, but they were usually written out of emotion as tears streamed down my face, and ironically, I'll Always Remember You by Hannah Montana played on the radio. As the time began to grow closer, I had such a hard time writing this speech. I knew that as soon as I wrote it, the stream would be over. I began to worry that the last words I gave you would never be good enough, or that I would find myself wishing that I had said something different. I even Googled what the characteristics of a good graduation speech were. But as all of you are aware, my life has never lacked emotion or originality. So the more I began to worry about the speech, the less desirable it became. At 3 a.m. one morning, I called a friend for advice on my speech. I read them the list of ideas, and the list of good speech characteristics from Google and listened to some of the most notable speeches in the world. My friend listened to me ramble on and cry for a moment, but then they told me to put the Chromebook down, simply have a conversation with them. In this moment, I knew that's what I wanted to do with all of you here today. From the struggle that came with writing this speech, I found the topic that I wanted to speak about the most. I want you all to find a dream in life. I want you to chase after this dream and be abundantly happy. But as soon as the passion for your dream begins to flicker, or you begin to have second thoughts, I want you to find a new perspective. This new perspective will most likely give you the confidence and drive you need to finish achieving your dream. After you've achieved one dream, it's time to conquer the next and change your life and everyone around you. The conversation I had with my friend changed my perspective and reminded me that not everything in life has to be perfect. It's been an honor to share my life with all of you. I will forever be grateful for the woman you all have shaped me to be and for allowing me to serve as your senior class president. I'll never be able to explain to all of you all just how much that I love you. I hope that you get everything that God has in store for you, and I hope that you move forward with no fear. These next two statements are the ones that I pray you never forget. You heard me talk time and time again, but if you never forget anything, I hope you always remember these. I love all of you all, and you have all made me so proud. If you ever need anything, I am a text, a call, or a quick trip to Rocky Top away. It's not goodbye forever. It's just goodbye for now. So for one final time, have a blessed day, John Battle, and go Balls. At this time, I would like to welcome our chaplain, Joshua Richardson, to the stage.
JSB class of 2021. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your chaplain for this year, and I have spent that time praying and hoping that each of you would be here today. I'm just going to say something short and then I'm going to pray. I hope and I pray that in the future you will follow God's will, and as He leads, you will follow Him and you will do what He wants you to do with your lives. Let's pray. Dear Father, we come to you today in a time of celebration, a time thanking you for the past 13 years of our lives, as we have gone through school, as we have made new friends, as we have made memories, and hopefully as we've learned. I pray that you would use these many years of our lives and apply them to the rest of our lives as we go our separate ways, as there's those of us who continue on to education, those of us who go into the workforce, and those who go into military service, Lord. I pray that you would have your hand upon us, Lord, and that we would be protected and keep us all safe. Be with us, lead us and guide us in the paths of righteousness, and allow us to do a good work for you, Lord. I just pray that you're with the rest of the celebration and the ceremonies today, Lord, and allow it to glorify you. And I pray all of this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Listed in your program, we have the recognition of our various honor graduates. They are distinguished by different stoles, cords, which you see in front of you today. The students graduating summa cum laude with a 4.0 grade point average have gold tassels on their hat. Students graduating with a 3.8 to 3.99, they are magna cum laude, and they are identified with a silver tassel. Students graduating with a 3.5 to 3.79, are graduating cum laude. Also, we are represented by various community service, academic clubs, and various other cords or stoles, whether it be from the academic side or community service. Some were represented by the graduation that was held last week by our Washington County Career Technical Center, and it's identified for high achievement in those areas. So we applaud those individuals that are decorated today to recognize our honored graduates. Each year, we recognize our valedictorians and salutatorians. In order to participate and be recognized in this area, these students have to attain a high level of academic achievement while also taking 18 plus or more college credit hours. I can assure you that the number of college credit hours by this group that I'm getting ready to recognize has reached the 70-hour mark for those in college bound. So they far exceeded the 18 hours to obtain this recognition. This time, and I would like to announce those students if they would please stand and stay standing till I recognize each one of them. Class of 2021 Salutatorians, if you please stand. Taylor Messer, Abigail Music, Valedictorians, Jaden Blaylock, Carolyn Hensley, Benjamin Jenkins, Lauren Lewis, Chase Martin, Peyton Mumpower, Sarah Rice, Kaylee Romans, Johnny Root, Rachel Sproles, Shannon Wolford. Congratulations to each of you. They are also recognized with their valedictorian and salutatorian medals, which they're also displaying this today as well. So congratulations. This time, for the valedictorian address, I would like to ask Ms. Lauren Lewis to please step forward.
I'm not going to stand here today and pretend that the last 12 to 13 years together have been perfect. Just in the past few weeks, I have faced numerous roadblocks. I failed to show up to a mandatory senior meeting because I forgot to set my alarm. To many, this was a surprise, and quite frankly, many people thought it was hilarious that I stressed out so much over this small mistake. When I rolled up to the meeting 2 hours late, Mr. King and I began to laugh because it seemed out of character for me to fail to prepare. To some, this might seem like the first public mistake I had made during my academic career. However, today I'm going to tell you about some of the highlights of my bloopers reel. One of the first mistakes I remember making is attempting to cut a classmate's shoelaces in preschool. I say attempting because I couldn't figure out how to use those tiny blue safety scissors to cut through a thick shoelace. However, my best friend succeeded in cutting through the lace, and we both went down for this bad decision. This solidified my role as the troublemaker of the grade, seeing as there were only 11 other kids in my class. To get away from this doomed spotlight, I decided to enroll in public school, hoping my mischief would be overlooked in a larger setting. However, within a few months, I was already getting in trouble. I can remember working through daily assignments and not having a clue what the answer was to one of the questions. I selected something random and traded papers for it to be graded. As the answers were being called out, I realized that I had missed the question. Missing this question meant I would not obtain the coveted prize for a perfect score, a handful of Skittles. Even though I hated Skittles, I needed this prize. When my classmate handed back my paper, I circled the correct answer to pretend that I had made a 100. My teacher quickly figured out what I had done and called me out in front of the entire class.
As I matured, I was able to somewhat distance myself from bad decisions, but still made many mistakes along the way. Only my closest friends know the story of the time I got stranded by myself in a Texas airport. On the way to visit my grandparents in Arizona, I had a layover in Texas. After getting off the plane from Tri-Cities, I walked to the gate where I would be boarding for my final flight to Arizona. Instead of facing the gate, I turned away from it, still planning to listen for boarding directions. Despite my attempt to pay attention, I somehow forgot what I was supposed to be doing and missed my flight. For the longest time, only my parents knew about this experience because it was something that I was truly embarrassed by. According to Conrad Hilton, the founder of Hilton Hotels, successful people keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. Instead of dwelling on our mistakes, it is important that we learn from them and continue on with our lives. If I had continued doing silly things like trying to cut more shoelaces, I would not be standing here today preparing to graduate. All of us are going to make many mistakes in our future, and it matters more how we react to these mistakes and the lessons that we learn from them. As Hannah Montana said in her hit song, "Nobody's perfect, you live and you learn it." Thanks, everyone.
Next, I'd like to welcome Kaylee Romans for the next valedictorian address.
Good afternoon, class of 2021, parents, family, and friends. About a week ago, I got some advice, if you will, from my papa. Keep your speech short and hurry up so we can get out of here. That wasn't the start to the speech you were thinking, huh? While he was mostly kidding with me, it made me think how short these past 4 years have seemed and how we were always hurrying up to the next step. As freshmen, we just wanted to be sophomores. As sophomores, we just wanted to drive. As juniors, we just wanted prom. And as seniors, we just wanted to graduate. And now we're here, the last final stepping stone in this journey. It has all flown by. My takeaway from all of this is that maybe we should slow down and enjoy the journey to our next big steps. While it may all seem scary about what is to come for all of us, the journey getting there can be beautiful and enjoyable. To the class of 2021, it seems like just yesterday we were terrified of our first day of high school, getting lost and worrying about change. Now we sit here wondering if our tassels go on the left or right side of our caps. As we walk across this stage today, we will permanently close a chapter in our lives, but we won't forget the lessons we learned. For example, if you're going to be late, you better walk in with some cheddar rounds and a sweet tea. Some of us learned how to do our math homework last minute in the parking lot, and all of us learned to overcome adversity and change through the pandemic. The last 2 years of our high school experience wasn't what any of us imagined, but I think we did a pretty awesome job making the best out of it. However, despite all the lessons we learned, for some of us tonight is a sense of relief, others sit here anxious and nervous about the future, and some of us have a sense of sadness. Our life seems so simple right now, but in a few short days, months, or years, all of us will be writing our own new stories. Some of us are still undecided what our major is or where we want to work. As sad as this may be to some, we cannot forget our roots that helped us bloom. To all of our families and teachers, I thank you on behalf of the entire class of 2021 for shaping us into who we are today. We won't forget the late night FaceTimes with our friends, trying to find motivation to get something done, late night meetups in the Walmart parking lots, game days, pep rallies, and so much more. Most importantly, we can't forget the kindness exemplified throughout at John Battle. Because one day, while you think life is going great, life is going to chuck a lemon at your head and expect you to make lemonade. I faced 3 great losses this year. My best friend and cousin Gabby, my aunt Christina, and then my granddaddy. The kindness that came from administration, my teachers, coaches, and classmates helped me carry through. I think the kindness embedded into us when we enter those doors on the first day of freshman year is one thing that makes all of us John Battle students so special. So as we start our own journeys and write our own new stories, I want to challenge everyone to find a spot to write in kindness every now and then. Don't let the kindness we have in us end here. Let's spread it everywhere we go. Maybe then we can have a say in changing the world. I'll leave you with this quote from my late cousin Gabrielle Kennedy. Walk the earth and leave footprints of love. Thank you.
This time I'd like to ask Mr. Peyton Mumpower to come through for our next valedictorian address.
Good afternoon, JSB class of 2021. Well, I guess you all are wondering why I've called you all here today. Oh, and by the way, surprise, Mom and Dad. You know, when I was told I would be writing this speech, I had zero clue where I would start. Mr. King told me that I had to have my speech written by Monday, which is why I didn't start writing it until Wednesday. It's crazy how procrastination works. I would like to start off by thanking my family for everything they have done throughout the past 18 years of my life. I know I'm not the easiest child to deal with, but at least I'm the favorite. The rest doesn't matter. I would like to thank all of the teachers and staff for their hard work and dedication to not only giving me good grades on my assignments, but for preparing me for life out in the real world. Finally, I would like to thank all of my friends. You guys are the most enjoyable part of my life and put a smile on my face each and every day. I do not know where I would be without any of these people in my life, so thank you. Since I'm not the best at this whole speech thing, I'm just going to list off a few things that I'm going to miss about high school. I'm going to miss all the tennis matches and long nights out on the court, getting bagels with my teammates and seeing the smile on Coach's face while our parents and friends stand there, confused as to what the score is or even how tennis works. I'm also going to miss skipping class every day to see my favorite teachers and bug them about the class that I'm supposed to be in, or telling them about all of my first world problems. Shout out to the amazing Miss Lois Collins for being the most caring and loving teacher I've ever had the pleasure of meeting, and for giving me food every time I barge into her room. I'm going to miss leaving school every day at 10:30 just to come back 15 minutes later and walk in to deliver Chick-fil-A to half the students in the school. But most importantly, I'm going to miss being able to see all my friends together in one place every day. We've laughed together, cried together, and made lifelong memories with each other that I would not trade for the world. And here we are today in our cap and gowns for the last day of our senior year and our last time all together as high schools. Speaking of senior year, oh boy, was it one for the books. The best way to explain senior year is with the quote, "When life gives you lemons, make lemonade." Because for our class, life gave us lemons and told us to make pineapple upside down cake. Some of us came to school, and some of us didn't. And some of us just came to second period so we could pass English. I can say without a doubt that there has never been a senior class with more students walking to school half past class time with cheddar rounds and sweet tea. And while we did not get to enjoy all the senior activities, we still made sure to put our names on the senior cake. We also, well, attempted to make sure that the juniors didn't take our spot in senior parking. Because yes, senior parking is real. Though our senior year may have been completely different than what we ever imagined it would be, we made the best out of it. We knew that high school would be different than elementary school and middle school, but we did not know until later the impact that it would have on our lives. And although our high school career may be over, it is just the beginning of the rest of our lives. Whether you go to college, get a job, or most likely meet up in the Walmart parking lot, it is up to each of us to live our lives to the fullest and challenge ourselves every day to become the best version of us that we can be. Now, to make a long story short, we're graduating high school. With that being said, I would like to leave you all with a few words of advice. First, cherish the memories you have made, and never let the bad memories get in your way of making good ones. 2, don't be afraid to meet new people. I promise it's easier than it seems. And 3, which is my personal favorite quote, treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Do these things and you'll be destined for greatness. So, for the class of 2021, congratulations. We've done it. Now, if you need me, I'll be at the lake, or at the gas station, or at Walmart, or wherever my friends are. Just text me. Thank you guys for the best 4 years of my life, and God bless you all. And one more thing.
At this time, we will begin the awarding of diplomas by Mr. King. Jaden Faith Blaylock. Caroline Taylor Hensley. Benjamin Alexander Jenkins. Lauren J. Lewis. Chase Logan Martin. Peyton Harvey Munpower. Sarah Alexandria Rice. Kaylee Paige Romans. Jonathan Brady Root. Rachel Christine Sproles. Shannon Jacob Wolford. Taylor Faith Messer. Abigail Hope Music. Savannah Rose Abelseth. Rebecca K. Alexander. Jonathan Avery Almany. Joseph Bryson Almany. Austin Craig Bennett. Lauren Faith Bennett. Gabriel Isaac Blaylock. Kelsey Lauren Blevins. Gracie Danielle Bowman. Abigail Marie Brooks. Ethan Dwayne Brummett. Emma Grace Carpenter. Emily Grace Carrier. Tobin Isaac Chambers. Alexis Danielle Kleiderbuck. Margaret Ella Clendenin. Nash Andrew Clifton. Kylie Brooke Klein. Skylar Lynn Klein. Not present, but Laura Ashley Collins. Zachary Wade Collins. Kelsey Denise Cornett. Bailey Suzanne Cox. Not present, but Noah Winton Cox. Caitlin Michelle Cunningham. Grace Leanne Dale. Brandon Nicholas Daltrey. Jonathan Edward Wayne Day. Abigail Ann Dickinson. Jacob Matthew Dillon. Not present, Peyton Samuel Doan. Crystal and Nicole Fisher. Jackson Wade Fleener. Emmett Gibson Foster. William Blake Fritz. Leah Ashton Dawyer. Parker Gage Gamble. Zachariah Stephen Gibson. Dustin Michael Gill. Madison Lynn Goodson. Caitlin Rose Gray. Corbin Timothy Grizzle. Allison Diane Grubb. David Jacob Hall. Wesley Orion Hatcher. Janie Lynn Hill. Chandler Paul Hauser. Jacob Kyle Hutton. Javinsky Pascal Hippolyte Jean. Jeremiah Tyrese Jarrett. William Logan Jones. Not present, Abby Elizabeth Justice. Ellie Madison King. Isabella Grace Kennedy. James Alexander King. Kaylin Grace Cusick. Nicholas Ryan Lale. Alicia Lachey Lambert. Carson Alexander Lane. Matthew Christopher Lathrop. Sydney Danielle Laughlin. Jeremy Ethan Lee. Grayson Taylor Leonard. Tyra Nicole Leonard. Logan Brooke Leonard. Nicholas Alexander Mata. Evan Noah Miller. Savannah Brooke Minnick. Sydney Brianna Mitchell. Sydney Gail Mondridge. Joshua Caden Moorfield. Brooklyn Shay Nicole Morrison. Eugene Levi Moss. Teresa Renee Faith Mullins. Kamon Matthew Nelson. Zachary Isaac O'Neill. Kendra Faith Owens. Montana Glenn Hope Palmer. Mason Tanner Parker. Emily Nicole Patrick. Kirsten Renee Paxton. Dawson James Peck. Nathan Edward Pennington. Jason Michael Philippi. Austin Matthew Pickle. Justin Houston Pope. Claire Jane Poston. Dustin Carl George Prince. Chase McClellan Ratliff. Joshua Stephen Richardson. Brian Allen Rourke. Frank Howard Rourke. Evan Garrett Roberts. Richard Ryan Rowe Jr. Tasha Lindsay Sierra Rowe. Ashley Nicole Salyer. Seth Anthony Scarborough. Jordan Lee Selfridge. Dylan Wayne Settle. Not present, Kristen Hope Schaefer. Ethan Blake Sherritts. Derek Jonathan Sherfy. Jeffrey Gage Shimmerly. Logan Faith Singleton. Abigail McKinley Sisk. Caleb William Sisk. Cal Lee Smith. Jenna Danielle Smith. Micaiah Taylor Smith. Zachary Brian Smith. Damian Alexander Ray Stanley. Justina Annabelle Stanley. Jacob Dennis Tate. Kaylin Marie Teets. Austin Ryan Thompson. Jackie Lee Thurston Jr. Marvina Savannah Two Moons. Kylie Shay Van Hoy. Madison Elizabeth Wand. Katie Ann Weinbarger. Hunter Bryce Woodby. Destiny Cheyenne Hooker.
To the graduating class 2021. To say that this year has been like putting a puzzle together, my gift was very fitting, so thank you. It has been my distinct honor to serve as your principal during the past 3 years, and we are confident that the future is bright for you. It's a special class in many ways. You excelled in your academics, community service for others. You showed great pride in their school. You excelled in the classroom, competitions, stage, athletic fields, while representing our school with dignity and respect, and we thank you. I am also so appreciative of your positive attitude in dealing with the pandemic that has altered your senior year. Throughout the year, in dealing with the ever-changing procedures related to the pandemic, your resiliency in dealing with the many changes and completing your work through online classes was very impressive. We sincerely thank you for your efforts and your positive attitude during this time. Personally, throughout the year, I heard of a number of students use the words, "I hope." And only you are going to realize what I'm talking about. I heard in the summer, "I hope we return to school, a normal school day in August." I hope that we're able to attend football games and competitions in the fall. I hope that we can return to school so I can see my friends. I hope that one day soon we can eat lunch in the senior cave and have to paint the wall. I hope that one of my friends who's a virtual student will bring me Chick-fil-A at lunch and I'll meet him when Mr. King comes by. I hope that Mr. King and Coach Ricker will give me one of the 25 tickets to attend a game. I hope that we can come back to school full time instead of the A-Day, B-Day. I like this one. I hope that Mr. King will give us a lot of tickets for graduation. And the last one is, I hope that we have a normal graduation. If it was worth waiting on a little bit of rain last night, we would have waited. This class deserves a normal graduation setting, and we are so happy and proud to be able to give that to you in this type of environment where we did not have to give you a ticket. We gave you one for a souvenir, okay? But to allow your family and your friends to share this with you, there's no other class more deserving of that recognition than the class of 2021, and we are proud to be able to do that for you today, and thank you for everything. In conclusion, We're here to celebrate you. I encourage you to cherish the memories of the last 4 years. You are the reason that John Battle High School is a special place to attend. And we are thankful that we were able to be a part of your education. And I'm speaking for the group over here too. I'm sure that you're going to be successful in your future endeavors, and we look forward to hearing the great things that are going to happen for you. Congratulations to the John S. Battle High School class of 2021. It's a very emotional class too, if you haven't seen. At this time, I would like the class of 2021, please stand. Graduates, if you would please move your tassel from the right to the left side. By the authority given to me by the Virginia Department of Education and the Washington County School Board, I declare you graduates of John S. Battle High School class of 2021. Congratulations.